Welcome to the Indiana Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. My name is Jasmine. I'm going to serve as your facilitator for our college fair this evening. First, I want to thank you for joining us. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping announcements. The first, you can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Second, your camera and microphone are muted, so we're unable to hear or see you. Third, this is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for additional sessions. And finally, this presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week or so at strivescan.com/Indiana. With that said, I want to turn it over to our amazing presenters for them to share information about their colleges. Our first presenter for our session today is Ferris State University.
Hi, and thank you very much. I'm going to share my screen with you. My name is Deb Savitas, and I'm the coordinator for out-of-state recruitment at Ferris State University. Ferris is located in West Central Michigan in rural Big Rapids, and that's about 3.5 hours north of Chicago, just to give you an idea of where we're located. We are a medium-sized university. We are a public state university. We have just over 11,000 students, and about 8,000 of those students are on campus. The campus is very walkable, but you can have a vehicle on campus if you'd like to. You probably won't use it on campus because it'll be faster to walk to class, but you're welcome to have a vehicle. We also have associate's degrees, bachelor's degrees, master's degrees, and doctoral degrees, totaling over 190 different degree granting programs. And our programs are very eclectic. So we've got everything from HVAC and welding, we've got nursing, education, criminal justice, psychology, professional tennis and golf management, pharmacy and optometry. We've got quite a few options for you. We also have about 70% of our students doing internships. We do encourage all of our students to complete an internship because it gets you out there and gives you the hands-on information that you need. And we can help you find those internships, even if your program does not require you to do one. Most of our students who do an internship are offered jobs directly from that internship. The average class size at Ferris is about 23, and the student to teacher ratio is 16:1, which means you have an opportunity to really get to know your faculty members. We don't have any teaching assistants, so everyone teaching has a higher degree and is an expert in their field. And getting to know them means that you have their network of people who they know available to you, and it can be instrumental to you when it comes time to apply for your graduate program or your first job. So do take time and get to know your faculty members. It is important when you get on campus to make yourself comfortable and happy as soon as possible. And one way you can do that is through one of our 250 plus registered student organizations. They're academic-based, faith-based, or special interest-based. And if you can't find one that you love, you're welcome to create your own registered student organization, and then you leave a legacy behind you when you graduate. Getting involved on campus allows you to have a voice on campus, which is really what we want for you. We have 3 museums on campus. We have the Card Wildlife Museum, the Museum of Sexist Objects, and the Jim Crow Museum. And all of those, but especially the last 2, help to create the conversation that will hopefully move us as a society towards positive change. The Jim Crow Museum especially has been in the news quite a bit recently. Our athletics are Division II, except hockey, which is Division I. So there are potential scholarships if you are an athlete. If you are an athlete, though, we do have a new recruit form that you can complete by going to our website, ferris.edu/admissions, and then the coaches can reach out to you once they have your information. We have quite a bit of study abroad available to you. We also partner with other universities and have access to their programs as well. But we do 10-day programs, summer-long, semester-long, and year-long programs, depending on what you're looking for. So if that's something that you're interested in, I do encourage you to visit the Office of International Education so you can pick out the study abroad program that's best for you. Once our students come to campus, we do support them in a lot of ways. We have a tutoring center where you can get free tutoring for all or any of your classes. We have a writing center where you can turn in papers for critique on them so that you can edit them before handing them in for a grade. The Career Center does job fairs. They do mock interviews. They'll help you with your resume. There's clothing there that you can have to wear to an interview if you don't have something that's interview appropriate in your wardrobe. We have the Center for Latino Studies, the Multicultural Student Services Center, Disability Services, the LGBTQ plus Center, and many, many other offices to help you. So the important thing is, it's likely that no matter what you're going through, we have someone who can help you. You just need to be able to ask. You need to self-advocate. It's very important. As far as the cost, which is important to know, our tuition is approximately $12,000 a year. That's based on 14 credit hours. So if you take fewer or more than that, that number could change. The total cost with tuition, room and board, books, fees, a couple trips home a semester, you're looking at about $24,000 or $25,000 a year. And that's before any financial aid or scholarships hit. We've been ranked one of the most cost-effective universities in the country due to that. We do have quite a few scholarships that are merit scholarships and therefore automatic. You don't have to apply for those. They're based on your GPA and your test score. Unless you were not able to take the test due to COVID, then it's just your GPA. And we are also a test optional school. So we can do, we have special scholarships for people who come in test optional. We do require a 2.5 GPA and either a 17 ACT or a 900 SAT if you've been able to take the test. We look for a 2.75 GPA if you're coming in test optional. We do not charge out-of-state tuition. So everyone in the country and Canada pays the same fee as the Michigan residents, which is nice. And we have rolling admissions, so there is no deadline. You can apply at any time. It is always free. And our application is on our website, ferris.edu/apply. My email is on the screen there. My first name, last name, Deb Savitas @ferris.edu. Thank you very much for your time today and good luck with your college search.
Thank you, Ferris State University. Up next, we have University of Dayton.
Hello, everybody. My name is Missy Bondi, and I am the Assistant Director of Admission and Financial Aid at the University of Dayton. And just so excited to welcome you guys to Flyer Nation, welcome you to our arena. It's basketball season, time to gear up. So we'll just run quickly through a little bit about who we are as an institution. So the University of Dayton, we're a top-tier Catholic Marianist research institution, and we're dedicated to educating the whole person, meaning we want to empower our students to learn, lead, and serve. This is our mission here at the university. And our Marianist values really dictate everything we do at the university. Our values of inclusivity, diversity, hospitality, community, working towards the common good, finding your vocation. These are all things that you're going to find permeate everything that you do at the university. I often like to say we don't just talk the talk, but we really walk the walk at the University of Dayton. And I'm very proud of that fact. We are the baby bear of schools. We have all the big school resources with a small school feel, so we're just right for just about everybody. We have 8,200 undergraduate students with 11,000 total with our grad and law school students. We have a true 14-to-1 student-teacher ratio, and your average class size is about 27 students. We also have a 91% retention rate. I always encourage my students to ask all the schools what their retention rates are because it's an important number that we track. That means that 91% of our students come back for their second year. Statistically, we also know that students who come back for that second year, they have a better chance of graduating on time and with less debt. So our students were considered one of the happiest campuses and the happiest students. And obviously we're doing something right if our first year students really want to come back for that second year. Over 50% of our students come from outside of the state of Ohio. So again, inclusivity, diversity, super, super important. With 43 states represented, we're also about 10% international. So you're gonna find students from all different walks of life. As a Marianist Catholic institution, we don't just focus on the Catholic faith, we do have students from all different faith backgrounds as well. And just over 50% of our students do identify as Catholic. But we do have so many different associations. Really anybody of any faith, any background can be and feel welcome here. 80 different majors and minors, so lots to choose from at the university. They're going to fall in one of these 4 areas. We also do have bachelor's plus master's programs. So lots of opportunities. You don't have to choose right away. If you want to do the bachelor's plus master's, you can wait. But what's really cool about our departments is that they encourage you to live outside of your major bubble. How many engineering schools say, hey, you like music? Why don't you go minor in that? Or you like arts? Why don't you go take a couple art classes? Or business schools that want you to participate in theater. We encourage that. We know that our students who pursue their passions, we know that when students are happy and having to do different things, it just makes them more well-rounded. It makes them a better student. So we want you to be involved on our campus. Speaking of being involved, we have over 270 clubs and organizations. I often tell my students, if you are bored on our campus, it's your own fault. It's because you're sitting in your dorm room staring at the wall. There's something for everybody. And if we don't have a club or organization, you can start it. That's how we get up to the 270 number plus. We're also a very active campus. So over 50% of our students play a club or intramural sport. We do have a rock wall in our Rexplex, and we are a Division I school. As you can see, Flyer Nation, we're most known for basketball. We did get that national championship ripped from us last year with Obi Toppin at the helm. But we're excited for this upcoming year and always excited for Flyer Nation. And then that top right picture there, that is actually our student neighborhood. Over 85% of our students live on campus all 4 years. We're one of the only universities that actually has a self-contained student neighborhood that's a part of campus. We know that when students live and learn together, it just makes everybody better. And then we also have really great success numbers. So within 6 months of graduation, our 97% of our students are either employed, they're in grad school, or they are doing some sort of service learning. Of those who are employed, 97% are employed full-time, 88% in their chosen field. Again, we're doing something right. Also, our career services office is here to help you even beyond being a student. They will be there every step of the way, even after you graduate. If you need to do a pivot, switch jobs, you want somebody to look over your resume, anything like that. Once you're part of the Flyer family, you're always a part of the Flyer family. And then our tuition plan. This is really unique. We're one of the first schools to do this. When you get your financial aid offer in your senior year, we're not just going to show you what 1 year costs at UD, but we'll show you what all 4 years costs. And we're actually going to freeze your net tuition. We're going to lock it in. So every year that tuition increases, your scholarships and grants will increase. We also have a textbook scholarship. It's up to $500 a semester. And we're also going to show you, like I said, that 4-year outlook so you can plan with peace of mind. And we're never going to hit you with fees. We're not going to be like, surprise, here's a matriculation fee. So these are your next steps. If you're a current senior, we'd love for you to come check us out. We are open. We have been open on campus. And we did put out that we will be open this fall. And actually, we will not be doing asynchronous learning. Our students will be back in full force. And like I said, we've been here all year. Our students have been on campus, which is really great. And then if you have questions, here's our information. I will drop my name and email in the chat. I am your representative for Indiana, so I would love to talk with you. Thanks, and go Flyers.
Thank you, University of Dayton. Up next, we have Bowling Green State University. And you are on mute.
Hi, everyone. Sorry about the delay. My name is Keon Camden. I am the admissions counselor here at BGSU. I'm currently trying to figure out how to, make this a full screen so that I can share my screen. But I want to start off by saying that BGSU is a Division I college. We actually do allow, we have students from all 50 states and over 70 plus countries, okay? With that being said, you're going to be able to, interact with students from all walks of life. Jasmine, are you able to, assist me in this? I have this as a small screen. Zoom is right now. But I'm
Yeah,
not
I think if you just click from beginning, we were
from.
able to see
So what
on the
what
left.
what is it?
Yeah, on the left-hand side of your PowerPoint, if you click the upper left-hand side, it should say from beginning.
Okay,
Yeah, perfect. So
all
we're
good.
able to see it. Mhm.
Great. Sorry about that. Technology is not my strong suit, but here at BGSU, you really will have a great environment to, go throughout college with. So we've got a population in the town of Bowling Green of 31,000 plus. We're 70 miles from the Detroit airport. So if for some reason you would like to go and interact with friends, family, and you would have to catch a flight, we are placed strategically right off of I-75. Okay. We are ranked one of the best college towns in the state of Ohio and also the country. So what that means is not only in the environment, but also, the interactions you get with people, the interactions you get with your professors, the networking abilities that you have at BGSU really are phenomenal. We also like to say we're 30 minutes to city lights, concerts, and shorelines because right off of 75, you can access Cincinnati, Cleveland, Columbus, Toledo, Miami, all the above, all those cities that really like to host those, those concerts, have those city lights, and also will have those shorelines. Here on campus, we have 20,000 students, okay? So of those 20,000, 16,000 of them are pursuing their undergraduate degrees. We also have some students pursuing their associate's degrees as well as their master's and their doctorate, all right? Like I said earlier, we have students from all 50 states and over 73 plus countries. That lands us at 20% racially and ethnically diverse. That's a number that's phenomenal for a Division I campus, but we're always looking to expand that number. One thing that we are very, very prideful of here at BGSU is we are ranked one of the safest colleges in the US. So if something were to be going wrong, you didn't feel right here on campus, you can call 911 and that, there will be a responder there within 2 to 3 minutes. So we have a police force for this, the city of Bowling Green and also a police force for just the campus. We have over 200 plus majors and programs. So that means there's a lot of opportunity for students that might know exactly what they want to do and might not know exactly what they want to do. Okay. One of the program that brings in the most of our students every year, 45% of our students, is this deciding student program. And this allows you to take a bulk of your genetic classes while also taking a class or two from a couple of majors that you really are interested in, but might not be passionate about. Okay. We also have a learning commons here at BGSU, which also will help you with job interviews, they'll help you with your papers, and they'll go over all of what it takes to be marketable once you walk across that stage after your 4 years here at BGSU. We have a 9-to-1 student faculty staff ratio. So that means that it's not going to be overwhelmed with faculty and staff. The students are going to outnumber the faculty and staff. But the thing about BGSU is our faculty and staff likes to create relationships with all of our students. Okay. That one-on-one personalization is really what makes us stand apart from a lot of Division I colleges here in Ohio. All right. I know of a scenario specifically of once the pandemic hit, a lot of our professors actually brought their RVs and their trucks out to our Stroh Center, which is our sports facility, and they parked in the parking lot and allowed students to come there for additional study hours. So they really take pride in what they do, and they don't want anything else but for all of their students to be as successful as they want to be. And our average class size is 24. So you're not going to be facing a 100 to 200 plus student lecture hall. The most you might have is maybe 60 to 70. We've got a bunch of residence halls here at BGSU, but we also have learning themed communities, which also allows you to be around students that are like-minded as you, might even be pursuing the same major as you, but mostly they're going to be in the same academic college as you. So that really allows you to create friendships a lot quicker, get a sense of home a lot faster than you might at other universities. Health and wellness here at BGSU is one of the things that we take a very, very big grip on, and we really take it seriously. So we offer a bunch of different resources here. We've got our Falcon Health Center, which is where students can get their prescriptions, transferred. They can go get checkups. We've got our Thrive program, which allows our students that like to stay healthy and fit to really take it to that next step. You can get your own personal trainer with this Thrive program. And then we've also got our counseling center, because we all know that everyone goes through a little something, especially when they're going through that transition from high school to college. Things might be a little different for you. You might need someone to talk to. Lots of ways to get involved on our campus. We've got over 9,600 students that have taken part in a volunteer service. That means, the last one I know of, that they went down to Florida. They were able to help out with a hurricane that had just hit. They were able to stay in a nice hotel, meet a lot of people, do a lot of networking, and also give back to the community. We've got over 400 plus student organizations. And if you can't find one that you're necessarily interested in, you can create your own with a group of 10 or more. We do have Greek and fraternity and frats here at BGSU. So if you're interested in Greek life, this is definitely one of the campuses that you want to keep on your top radar. And we've got 18 NCAA teams, which are Division I. We've got 23 club sports, and we've also got 56 intramural sports. And I don't want to get into the nitty gritty, the timeline. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen, but BGSU has a lot to offer to every single student. So I want to say, if you're interested in going to college, definitely keep BGSU in the back of your mind, and one thing that I want to say to all students that might be tuning in is there's going to be a lot of offers to you. Okay. So I would suggest touring the campus, figuring out what's right for you, how it feels for you, and definitely taking advantage of all the, the opportunities that those campuses might present here at BGSU. It's endless. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Bowling Green State University. Up next, we have Ohio Wesleyan University.
Great, thanks everybody. I appreciate you joining us this evening, and you are getting a full dose of the state of Ohio tonight. So continuing on that trend, let's talk a little bit about Ohio Wesleyan, or as we often refer to ourselves, OWU. To my knowledge, we're the only OWU out there, and it's just a lot easier to say OWU than it is OWU or Ohio Wesleyan University, particularly if you're saying it a lot, which of course we do. This is an aerial shot of campus. This is looking across on the west side of campus, which is where a lot of the academic buildings reside. And if we were to pivot that drone about 180 degrees and look back across campus, you'd be looking across at the Jaywalk, which is the thoroughfare that goes right through the heart of campus and across to the residential side. If you could picture a bow tie, that's kind of the shape of campus, and it'll take you about 15, maybe 20 minutes to walk across campus, which for an institution of our enrollment size is pretty sizable and pretty unique. We have less than 2,000 students, about 1,500 in total. I'm really proud of the fact that we're a truly diverse campus, 44 states, 28 different countries. Between our multicultural student population and our international population makes up over a quarter of our student body. About a third of our students are taking multiple degree programs, whether it's a major and a minor, 2 majors, 2 minors. The proof is in the pudding. Some of the things we're talking about as far as the unique elements within our academic area, over 95% of our recent grads are employed or in grad school within 6 months of graduating. Our students certainly give back to the community with 45,000 hours a year. And I think if you look at those top numbers, I also want to point out the fact that those faculty connections are strong, right? Average class size is going to be 15, maybe 17 students at a time, a 10-to-1 student faculty ratio. You're not going to know every single student on campus, but you're going to recognize faces and know a lot of people. And I think that that adds to the connectivity and the fiber of our student body. I also like to point out that those connections are strong when it comes to getting help outside the classroom. You're going to know where those faculty offices are. You're going to know their office hours. You're going to probably have their cell phone, and you might even be dog sitting for them over spring break. One of the most unique pieces of Ohio Wesleyan is the OWU connection. Think big, go global, get real. I think all three of those statements can really resonate with students and families. It is, in many ways, it's a one-stop shop for all of the things you're considering when you're looking at college, whether that's your in-class, extracurricular activities, study abroad, domestic study, travel, all of that in one area. You're going to work with OWU professors. We're going to help you design your own unique OWU connection pathway. Again, internships, travel, research, based on the things that you care about. Let's break that down a little further. Thinking big, you're going to go through guided, personalized research projects, interdisciplinary study. I like to point out that yes, our professors are published. Yes, they have their PhD. Yes, they do research. They're at a small university like OWU because they really like to put their focus on the students. You'll go global. Typically, over 2/3 of our students do travel abroad. That's been a little bit diminished throughout COVID, but we still have had a lot of these external experiences, and we're excited that we're going to see that continue to open up by the time we get back to the fall. Our campus has been open since last August. We welcome students back to campus in the fall, and I really appreciate the way that our students have handled just holding themselves and each other accountable in terms of keeping the campus safe. Again, going global, and then lastly, get real. I think that this really resonates with students and particularly with families, just that idea that you're gaining real world experience and valuable knowledge that's going to help you go forward after you graduate. We have roughly 75 majors, and so you are going to be spoiled for choice. You don't have to know exactly what you're going to study when you start at OWU. You're not applying to a program, you're applying to the university at large. And I would say that as long as you have it nailed down by the time you are wrapping up sophomore year, you should have no problem graduating on time. The vast majority of our students do, even if they change their mind, even if they double major. The top 5 in terms of students who are thinking about, who are thinking about OWU and just enrollment. Some of the STEM fields are big: pre-med, computer science, biology, psychology. But some of our other majors, health and human kinetics, politics and government. If you're thinking about psychology, which is a very versatile degree. So this is all based on last year's numbers, but I think that certainly holds true year after year. Again, faculty, they mentor student research. Those connections are strong. This is a picture of our science center and a few of our students who are working alongside students, or alongside professors, excuse me. I'd like to focus on a few of our recent grads. Serena was a zoology and environmental studies major. She traveled to Costa Rica and the US Virgin Islands, Tanzania, Zimbabwe. Now she's back here in the Midwest studying at the University of Wisconsin in their veterinary medicine program. Lan Win is the classic example of somebody who found his fit in an internship, returned back, did 2 consecutive summers at Facebook, and now he's right back there in Menlo Park doing his thing. Another recent grad, Cole Jameson, a student athlete. I really appreciate that all of these things we're talking about are available for all of our students. Some quick numbers, just that we are highly ranked. Take that with a grain of salt. I think that those numbers can be manipulated, but I think we are top 100 in many different ways. We're in a great community. Columbus, Ohio, the largest metro area in the state of Ohio, and the second largest in the entire Midwest. So with that, I'll stop sharing and I will turn it over to our next presenter. Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Ohio Wesleyan University. Up next, we have Illinois State University.
Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Albertson. I work with the Office of Admissions at Illinois State University. So your neighbor is just over in Illinois. And just to give you a sense of where Illinois State is located, We're located about 3 hours from the Indianapolis metro area in a town called Bloomington Normal, Illinois. We're technically in Normal, Illinois, and we're in Normal because we were founded as a normal school, or what was a teacher's college nearly over 150 years ago. However, we're more than just teaching. We are a large public university in the state of Illinois. This is my favorite campus tradition we offer on campus. It's the first second day of orientation, I should say, in the fall semester, where we give you a red t-shirt, you run out on the football field, and we take the ISU spirit photo. So this is our new freshmen and transfer students from this past fall. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do this for fall 2020, but we're hoping to do this again soon. To talk about the students who attend the university, we have about 21,000 total students, of which 18,000 are what we call undergraduate students, so students who are seeking their four-year college degree, their bachelor's degree. We do have a small percentage of graduate level students, about 10% or so. Of our students, you can see the gender breakdown of 57% female, 43% male. 47 states are represented on our campus, as well as 74 countries, and 3 in 10 of our students identify as coming from an underrepresented population, and that's based on race or ethnicity. In terms of the student success on our campus, we want college to be challenging for you, but we want you to be successful at it. And students are successful at Illinois State. We have a top 10% rating for retention rate, graduation rate, and student loan default rate of public universities over the last 10 years. And so students are happy on our campus, they complete their degrees, and not only do they get jobs, they get good paying jobs to pay back any loans should they take them out. We have over 150 academic degree programs. We're certainly well known for teaching still these days. We have an excellent College of Business, as well as our nursing program has a very high NCLEX pass rate. We also have some newer programs, such as our cybersecurity program, which we're building brand new classrooms for this fall. We have an allied health professions major. So if you're thinking about going into a health professions, you can take all the prerequisite coursework with us. And really set yourself up for success in going into medical school, PT school, OT, et cetera. And so we also have a brand new game design program that launched this fall. So that's the newest program we have on campus. You can see all of our majors at illinoisstate.edu/academics. We have an excellent academic environment. Average class size is 31. There's a myth out there that if you go to a big public school, you're only in lecture halls. It's not true. In your first and second semester on our campus, you'll have English 101 and Com 110. Both of those classes have less than 30 students. Our faculty are very accomplished. 98% of them hold the highest degree within their field, and we don't have that many teaching and graduate assistants on our campus. About 86% of our courses are taught by a professor rather than a teaching assistant. We have a wonderful community, 130,000 residents in Bloomington Normal. It's very easy to get to. It's going to feel very suburban. We have a lot of the amenities coming from a larger area, but it's going to be a bit of a slower pace of life. And so that's a nice thing about Illinois State is it's a very welcoming and engaging community. This is Uptown Normal. It's kind of like a downtown area, but we call it Uptown with a number of restaurants, coffee shops, and bookstores as well for you to get an ISU t-shirt or sweatshirt while you're on campus. We have a great number of supports for you in terms of your career services. They'll take your LinkedIn headshot, business cards. They'll print your resume on resume paper for you. They'll do interview prep with you. It's an excellent service that we offer, and many colleges offer. Ours is located in our Bone Student Center, so it's right in the student center, right in the heart of our campus experience. Internship coordinators, every single academic department on our campus has an internship coordinator, someone specifically identified in the academic department that you're in to help you find a internship either in our community, in your community back home, or across the world. Career exploration class for undeclared students as well. We are on our website for our application for admission, illinoisstate.edu/apply. We will be on the Common Application this year, so we hope to see your application either on our website or on the Common App, and our application will open August 1st. Students who are most competitive for admission have a 3.2 to a 3.9 GPA. We will continue to be test optional for next fall as well, so you do not need to submit an ACT or SAT score. However, we do recommend a personal statement for students whose GPA is below that 3.2 mark. We are doing some on-campus visits, so we'd love to welcome you to Normal, Illinois. You can also find information about us online with our virtual tour and our guided virtual tour. You can reach out to us at admissions@illinoisstate.edu with any questions that you have, and go Redbirds. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Illinois State University. Up next, we have the University of Cincinnati.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Timothy Barry. I'm part of the University of Cincinnati. Just to talk to you guys today about some of the pathways into UC and a little bit more information about our institution as a whole. So UC, we have 3 different campuses. We have our Uptown campus, which is considered our quote unquote main campus, and 2 regional campuses, Blue Ash and Claremont. We have over 350 academic programs, to faculty ratio 17:1, and over 17 academic colleges. So the Bearcat Promise here at UC pretty much states that when you graduate from UC, you'll graduate with a degree in one hand and a career path in other. UC does a great job with providing students with the skills, knowledge, and experiences for them to be able to land themselves a successful career upon graduation. Co-op, we do not have that mentioned here. So co-op, so what co-op is it's pretty much a experience-based learning opportunity to take your, what you learn into the classroom, into the real world. The co-op program was founded at UC in 1906, one of the first co-oping programs in the nation. Essentially what students do is they're on a co-op rotation for 15 weeks out of which is the duration time of a semester. During that time, you will not be taking classes, you'll be working directly with your job opportunity that you have. You will be working directly in the career field that is related to your major or future career, your future career goals, and you will be making between $12,000 to about $15,000 per co-op rotation. Students typically go about 3 to 4 co-op rotations before they graduate. So you can imagine students graduate with several $1,000s in their bank account with great experiences. And here in the city of Cincinnati, Ohio, we have over 400 Fortune 500 companies. So you can imagine that students are able to have Fortune 500 companies on their resume with paid experiences. And then upon graduation, they're able to either work for those companies they co-opt with, or maybe set themselves up to be able to work for another Fortune 500 company somewhere else around the country. All right, so in order to apply to UC, how do we review your applications is we are a member of the Common Application. You just essentially just put your top 3 major choices of your interest on the Common Application, submit your essay, your personal statement, pretty much stating why you're applying to UC, the institution, the program you're applying to, and what do you hope to get out of it, your transcript, and a copy of your recommendation letter as well. So the timeline for admission, you'll pretty much have to apply by December 1st, which is our early action deadline for students for consideration for honors programs and merit-based scholarships. In addition to that, you will also need to apply by the early action deadline for the 6 colleges, or the main 6 colleges, I should say. Here at UC, there are very highly competitive and very limited number of seats for students. And if you decide to apply after that deadline, there's no guarantees that those colleges will be open for you, and they will most likely close after the deadline. So please be sure to apply over December 1st. March 1st is the final deadline to apply to UC. Apply for your FAFSAs early. Again, applying by December 1st allows you to be reviewed for scholarships. And the application deadline, the application actually opens in March as well, if you're interested in applying and residing on campus. And the priority deadline, national priority deadline, I should say, to confirm your admission to any university is May 1. So test optional, the University of Cincinnati has gone test optional this year for the 2020-2021 school year, and we plan to do so again next year for the 2021-2022 school year. Essentially what that means is that you will not be required to submit a test score for your admission requirements for UC. However, there are some exceptions to that. If you're interested in being a part of the university's honor program, the College of Nursing, or the program of early childhood education, and the dual connections program, which is the direct pathways program from your bachelor's and straight into our medical school, you will need to submit a test score. virtual recruitment. We got several different virtual recruitment opportunities for students to engage with the University of Cincinnati, from high school fairs, college fairs, campus visits. We are hosting in-person campus visits at this time. However, they are very limited. And we do have new campus visits being released every 3 weeks for space availability. And you can be sure to connect with us at any time. Missions@UCI.edu, and the other links are emails are listed here. My name is Timothy Berry. I am over the Indiana territory. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. All right.
Thank you so much, University of Cincinnati. With that said, I would encourage all of our panelists to return and turn on their cameras. We're going to have our Q&A portion now, and they will present and respond to our question here in the order in which we present it. So the first question, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
I would say apply for all of the scholarships, do a search, check with local businesses, make sure that you're checking with all of the scholarships that are available to you, and apply for all of the scholarships that you qualify for. Any money that you can get for college is just a great thing so that you don't have to take out loans. Thank you.
And I'm sorry, Missy, we're unable to hear you.
Might help if I turn down my microphone there. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you. Okay, so have fun during the college process. You got to be able to laugh at yourself. Got to be able to have some fun. This should be an enjoyable experience for you. So I don't want you to get bogged down with things. Have some fun and find a place that you feel like is home to you. We want you to feel home at your university and spend 4 years there.
All right.
And I was just,
Sorry.
I was just say, just be sure to find the right college for you that offers the opportunities that you're seeking. Ultimately, the college is an opportunity for growth and exploration of yourself, and also being able to attain the course, your college degree. But you also want to make sure that whatever college that you go to has a great alumni network, great supportive resources, a great opportunity, so that by the time you're able to graduate, you're able to land a great fitting job for yourself.
Yeah, I would kind of piggyback off of that. Yeah, just make sure it's a college that you could see yourself at for all 4 years. You know, the networking possibilities are endless. And I would also say when you're looking at colleges, definitely tour all of them that you're interested in. Don't just narrow it down to a small number. Tour all of them. What could it hurt to see what every single college offers you? You know, because once it comes down to that final decision, you're going to want to, you know, tie in all parts of the admissions process, all the offers, all the aid and things like that. And also just what each academic college and what each, you know, specific university can give you as far as that one up on your peer.
I would say also to, you know, as you're starting the search, you're going through the search to be open, you know, to exploring lots of possibilities. And as you start to narrow down your list, you know, be true to yourself as far as what is the right fit. You know, that might evolve over the course of this time. So, you know, be okay with that. If you go in with an open mind, there might be several great potential fits, and you'll find the right one, whether that's through a visit or otherwise. And just know that those of us on this side of the desk, you know, all of our panelists today, we're not, there's no particular thing we're trying to hear from you. So as you're completing your application materials, you know, don't be a construct of the process. Just be who you are, and that's really what's going to shine in your application materials.
And I would say, you know, reach out to us. If you have questions, our passion working in college admissions is helping students and families like yourself. So if you have questions about a specific school, if you heard something from a friend and you want to know it's true, contact us. We are happy to help answer those questions about our admissions process, scholarships, aid, anything that you have questions about. It's best to get it from the source, and who better than us as admissions staff. So that's my advice.
Wonderful. Thank you all for your amazing feedback and advice to all of our attendees. With that said, that concludes our virtual college fair for this evening, but I do have a few closing remarks. The first, a quick survey will appear after you end our session today. It's approximately 4 questions, but please share your feedback about our fair today. I also wanted to share that this recording will be available within about a week or so. So in case you missed anything, feel free to view that recording. You can do so by visiting sharpscan.com/Indiana. With that said, again, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and I hope you all have a great evening. Good night.